This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you dig off after dark. Glad to have you with us. Now we at Team Power Stadium in Huntsville, Texas, home of the San Houston Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from Conference USA, the San Houston Bearcats. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. Return will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and Cody's stopped at the 17. So UNLV's offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What feature you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David? Well, obviously, you want the main thing, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players. And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together. He's going up top. He's got to come outside. Anchor captain that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play's the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking for space, it's Thomas. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little push for running back. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside kick. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill, he's got great speed, he gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Orchie. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time. The Rebels are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And they got him at the 27. Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up the pass for a bit longer. To get this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen passes he just never developed. Love the execution there in the screen. The running back just pass protect. Last second turns around, was able to get the ball. The D-linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. On the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just gotta keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated. No, it's the frustration that gets you because keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up, first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive that it came. What a beautiful touchdown run. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and his defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcats offense will go to work for the first time today. Today we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense. Yeah, he's still developing. I think when you watch him say he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him just to go, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off. I think the coaching staff, I think the fans, for the future of this program, they need to upgrade the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up. Looking to throw with Watson. He'll try to do it himself. Gotta protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. But you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more man. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the on, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over and knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. This is a point where you just gotta be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you gotta make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll make the fair catch at the 44 and now have terrific field position. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Power football with the line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And you hear about run blitzing. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them close to the line of scrimmage, and fire right when the ball snaps. He's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss, and linebacker really knew to put it on. Running to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere. The Rebels need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Undergone wants to pass. He's got an open man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on it. Quarterback rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle, love the team defense. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'll lock to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there and still a little grab and cover to pick up the first. Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete. Looking to pass, it's Watson. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. That's why for the offensive coordinator, he's got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball, close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Black. Really putting together a threat now. They've got the first and down to 37. And that's a first down. The Bearcats are rolling down the field. Takes a handoff. It's Porter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That's a really good stop on the defense, Jason. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off score. Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point when this defense has just got to lock in. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You can see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it. Looking for a man. It's Watson. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to 5. That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end. With these receivers, you gotta get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you gotta be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage gets a scrambling quarterback and hurt. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time the defense was ready and they stopped him in his tracks. If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on third and goal. They'll run the sneak for it. Sneak in the end zone. The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs, but the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there. The extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and then you get open. You gotta finish the play, and the wideout could wish you had that one back. gonna end long. He's out of the mud. Still running out the 40. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking on bound at the 46. UNLV is coming off its best two-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume. Yeah, you mentioned it, Rich. Dan Mullen, like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were one game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were. A lot of experience, a lot of good moments in a building growing up. And he's a really good mind on offense, no question about it. Very, very creative. So you expect that to continue at UNLV. And if that offense can do their thing, maybe this is a team that takes that next step. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Rebels. They went for the big play and boy, it didn't ever pay off. A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll step in from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Great play by the quarterback. He's just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him and tackle that receiver on the screen. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw, it's Watson. Walking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it, the deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers. Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man covers, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So the quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. It just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball. Makes the grab, it's Black. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, they'll mark it up for 43. And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You gotta be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field. Use the play fake, now throw. He holds one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward. Watch it forward down. Almighty fires. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll let the tell about it. 3rd down coming out. Yeah, nice coverage, and you block the snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands. Just so. Some 3rd down conversion is tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Lost one deep down the right side. And Brian put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Looks at me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You gotta be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. To just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you gotta turn around and hand it off, then that's what you gotta do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease, it's Thomas. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Now, I kinda like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you set up. A lot of times the close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. That's it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's gotta feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around and hand it off, get a push up front and go get positive yardage. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football. It'll be 2nd down. And these coaches have these play sheets sitting on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you gotta protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side for him. He's trying to get it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the 1-2, and he's got a 1st down. Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Bradley. Making off a good jump inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They went a couple 50 burger. This defense don't have the answers right now. They're going to figure something out. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Rebels have pushed him inside the 20. The give from the gun. Space into the open. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job on the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could go for more. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense. Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. Off the boot, looking for his man. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. We're through 1, and what a back and forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to pass is Georgie. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown UNLV! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now. You do, it's early, but you gotta find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction, so how are you gonna respond when you get in the mouth early in this football game? Gotta find something positive quick. to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll haul down the returner to start his next drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. He'll flip out to his back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job on the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And such a keeper up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I gotta make big plays, I gotta go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting downfield, making a huge running play.
Back to throw is Watson. And he's got him. After the pickup of 9, second and 1.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Change it complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Porter. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made it back.
Off the play fake. Grab in the backfield. It scars up. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them the ball over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing it in completion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They booted away on 4th down. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Gomes.
Well, so they shot to the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Dorji. Looking to the big tight end. Fires it incomplete.
And for quarterbacks, they gotta be very assertive. They gotta believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll go to the seat. coach will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough and they stop at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line, it's quarter. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain, it was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Bill on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver speed to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They gotta come up with a big play on this third and long. Holding on wants to pass. He launches it high and deep down the left side. And pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why that receiver was being mauled by the defender. How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, that's a penalty, that's a penalty, that's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking the defense gives you.
The Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. Dropping back, it's Watson. Got his man. No guess why, but still a good game. He's just bringing that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, it means he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in the slot position.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch at the 20. They bring him down with a big play will move the sticks.
Man, this offense is so dangerous. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Throws to wideout. Makes the catch. And to the end zone. Touchdown Bearcats. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You gotta find something right you're gonna go to make the big play to get you back into it. You're not back in it yet. It's not time. You're not there yet, but you're starting to get back into it and get some momentum.
Are you up to add another? And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive with only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're set to kick it off to this crowd that was ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the unit to get down there and make this out with the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught, close to the marker, it's Guns. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I feel like everything this play caller's called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive, they're throwing the football, they're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage Eagles now 1st and 10 from the 30. Throws for the tight end. Nice man. He's touched out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. On the ground, it's Thomas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short game.
Run game is good, balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you gotta pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you gotta keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Orchie. Got his man down the middle. Excellent job walking through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And it's a nice job by this defense understanding us. That QB's a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. There's a hit. They get him up flush and it pays off the sack at 20.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They needed a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting the predictable 3rd and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in their rhythm somehow. So far, no success. Not protecting the quarterback. The only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They'll try to salvage a field goal in this drive. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive, into the field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield is Watson. Finds his man, it's Humphries. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I think really good wide receiver do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route, so if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. This offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job on this defensive front.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the Bearcats just outside the 40. Good field position here as they start the stride from their 43. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll rattle to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass way to pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, we just build them to the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Unloads to the wideout. Makes the gap. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sell, they want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
From the red zone, he's to the front. Makes the grab. Touchdown Rebels! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to tack one more out of that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive does 4 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the sheet, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmare problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. To the air is Watson. Makes a catch is Porter. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game, divvying up football and just distributing it. Different guys in the passing game. Which receiver is not going to be tight end? This running back, he's a weapon too after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He'll do it himself. And make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option he understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I gotta stick my nose in there, get north south, and try to get that 1st down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
The Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. On the line, it's Porter. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You would make play calling easy for an offense coordinator? Run the ball like that, everybody. I mean, when you can run down on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in, it's Humphries. And the Bearcats get it
after a score, maybe a glimmer of hope. Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now, let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
A strike downfield. Finally corralled enough before he picks up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tie game here late in the first half. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Use the play fake down throw. Pulls it in, it's Black. They make this now crank. They got just a little bit of time to get to that first down marker. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Back to throw, it's Watson. And the quarterback Lee slung down back at the 43. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete on the right side. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I gotta get a big gain, gotta get that first down. Nice job, Rick Nose for the first down.
Lost the throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Garza. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the first down.
That's what they gotta keep playing football, man, because play action's gonna be a big part of this game plan. You've gotta get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
If you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive with that right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. We're inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Huntsville. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing a little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Elliott T. Bauer Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get it on the ground at the 20. On the field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. to play fake, not a throw. All he had is a deep ball was there and it just dribbled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are, that's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Prime play action. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line, moving first down.
Man, it's so important when you butt QB. I gotta know when to put some air on it, and I gotta know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Rides back and leaves it on the option. Really good surge for this offense. They move and change, and he's got it up to 34.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We gotta come out and put points on the board. And Jesse, it looks like they're gonna start with the ground game.
And I love this data too, regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning. Come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Got a little space. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the mid zone after the play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Boy, he's hard to bring down.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's ordered. Really good job by everybody and well blocked goal line and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great shot by the defense that time, blowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run and force that ball to go to the outside. Use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Defense rolls up deep in his own end on that last play. Now he's 2nd and long coming. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
I end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. That was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone, the field starts to shrink. They really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. Now he is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying about it.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal in that last drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback on the keeper. Shoots his way for more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And That is why this guy is a true dual threat quarterback. You see him all game hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and defense is figuring that out fast.
He'll keep it himself. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting Ken on that one.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Doherty. Under fire. That's caught, it's Thomas. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And they get to it and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Looking for room, it's Thomas. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Now you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely great play by that defender.
Oh yeah, he got a backfield so quick the running back had absolutely no chance.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. On your mate, managed with his feet. That's 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but 9 Billy's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering his shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Gives it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Orgy. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for a quarterback.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but it can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You can do a better job up front right there. That run was good from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back hits in. As soon as he gets the football, hard to succeed as a running back. When you get the ball, man, you get clobbered.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. No good. After the miss, still 11-point game, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove Dickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses, wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Caught through the middle, it's Black. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he stands for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to him.
From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far, here start to the second half, defense picking up where it left off.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds it in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You gotta wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Nice flag on the option give.
And after that run game, right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Defense has to be ready.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. It will lead you back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and his defense celebrating the turnover.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about big screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking to throw at Sorgi. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver and it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And it can't make the connection.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
On third down, he drops the throw. Catch in the middle, they scramble. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down to possession. You need to steal possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback and they get him at the 46.
I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attacks so far because yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple of touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great even though they've got the lead in this game.
Plenty of distance between him and the stakes here on second down. To the air, Ithorgi. Throws to the tight end. It is complete. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. A big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Thomas. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Firing to the line complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
They're able to find a tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Time to move the sticks on third down through the air. Flush out of the pocket. So close to that end zone, he can almost paste it. It'll be first and goal for this offense.
You gotta be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progressions, so as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
That is a big win for this defense. They were right there as soon as he got the ball.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from 5. Back to pass. It's Orchie. And the ball is way out. And they will score. Touchdown Vegas.
This tight end is such a weapon when you get down in this area of the field. Beautiful job on that touchdown catch.
Ready to try to point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That drive covers 62 yards for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and his defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the return will be brought down. Mr. Radville open from the 15. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Flex it out of the air. Now they found a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
Lost the throw on first down. Got it in the middle of the black. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is, they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we had an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up the popple at 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Orgy. Finds not yet. He almost picked up the first down on that one. He'll be just a little bit short. You want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in a passing game. One more quarter going, it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to bullet their way for the first. Oh, Bama, he has enough to move the chains. And his offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up. They're gonna ride this running back. Able to pick up the double down to the 27.
And here's the mindset for on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing the safe runs inside tackles that you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Hard right here. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes out with a nice play.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Not enough space. Touchdown Rebels. And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good was a lot of cover Steve, and they stuck him at the 21. They covered the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Not a great run there, but I think what coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out the quarterback. He's throwing interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early and as a result lost yards.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Scanning the field is Watson. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, they're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. wonder heavy pressure lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one out working at the 18.
Now what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers work together. You gotta get those guys and get them moving. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually make the ground.
Right back to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list, making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Coming on, must pass. Intercepted deep in his own end. He stopped not Montgomery turn, but a whole lot of game to football.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. Yeah, you probably slip yourself out and take yourself out of the game, but I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. You fight to the very end.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to throw, it's Watson. Trying to set up the screen. Really good job making the play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a jump play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get out the field, pull right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, hitting upfield, making a big play.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always talk about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The bullet on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And a back play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And his offense has got to keep it high here. They're making the big play. That is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. And maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
The Bearcats are flying down the field. On the move, it's Porter. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On the gun, again, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down, he got you 2 on 2nd. You won't get it done on 3rd. You're gonna have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
You're on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Looking downfield, it's Watson. Snag in the middle, it's Humphries. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now throw. Caught in the backfield is Reed. Always got some space. Guided out of bounds, he'll walk him down at 14.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, they got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line and they'll have it first and goal.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sam Houston.
Mono, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, being an easy lane for that running back.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Kickoff theater is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and beat the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He'll do it himself. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping him. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nukes his way for more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They've got it at the 37, it's first and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does in this next one.
Looking for a man, it's Orchie. Get it out on the screen. And he's gonna lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air and none to be found.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he's got it inside his 25. Touchdown, Rebels. And a beatdown has ensued.
His offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tag another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on a touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start to return inside the spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and he's stopping at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback running on the draw. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and it gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, it's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you gotta have a little better block. You gotta identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense had double well coverage at the short game there.
I love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You gotta take shots. The defense is not gonna be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They gotta come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Watson. Immediately fires to them. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you gotta give everybody else in the supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running around, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding getting it time to throw.
Gonna run it, it's Porter. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you gotta stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's a 4th down territory. It's 4th and short, it's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I gotta stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in 4th and short.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Grab his marker is Humphries. The Bearcats run to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
And the Bearcats are marching down the field. Looking to throw, it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
At this point in the game, in the 4th quarter, it's going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're playing a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. And good coverage by the defense now. It's a short game.
Well, here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody laying their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. A little misdirection and a handoff on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got 0 push on one and they stuffed him in the backfield.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just reaching like penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Rebels will line up to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking pass, it's Watson. Balls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans will argue too at this point, like, alright, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Through the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle is Boston. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's gonna run it. They got the first down and gets down to foot contact. He'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. What's to go up top on 1st down? Going for it all. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the game will continue for at least one more play as a penalty gets the offense and then timed down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over.